Afternoon. Let's get a couple things out of the way first because I know I'm going to be asked. I was asked on one of the last videos several times. The jacket is a Filson tin cloth cruiser. The vest is Filson. The jacket is Filson. The jacket was given to me brand new by someone who had got it and it didn't fit them. The vest I picked up in a shop in Soldotna, Alaska. And the jacket I got out of the bargain cave in a Cabela somewhere. They had it on sale. I don't know why all this is so interesting to people, but I just pick up stuff where I can find it, when I can find it, at a price that I can swallow and can afford at the time. So there's no set place. I can give you a link where you can go to buy these clothes, all right? You can buy stuff off of Filson, but anymore, Filson's really high, but it's lifetime clothing. The cigar, again, is a Nicaraguan Puro. No name, no brand, but a really, really excellent cigar. One of the next videos I do, I'm going to tell you about these cigars and where you can get them. But several years ago, I saw a listing on a board in a feed store that had a Bayron mare that was for sale. And I was immediately, it's one of those deals that you see the horse and you're like, I have to have that horse. I just got to have it. Rodeo, the little filly I've done several videos on, she was like that. As soon as I saw her, I loved her. I'm like, I've got to have that filly. Well, this horse was like that. Now, she was pregnant, and the lady that owned her had bought her from a horse trader, and this was in Alaska, and I think the horse trader was out of Canada. And he had told her the mare was all broke and good to go. And so I don't remember the details. This young lady, who I knew this young lady, very hardworking, very honest. But we got along. We did several horse things together, and so I contacted her, and I think she wanted to keep the foal, but she didn't want the mare. And so I said, I'll buy the mare as soon as the foal is weaned. And so I bought the mare, but this was in Alaska and it was in winter. So she wound up going out in a field, until spring so we could do something with her. Well, I handled her during the winter, what handling I did, I found out right away she was not broke. She had been saddled and she could be ridden, but she wasn't broke. And so come spring, I needed to move her several miles from the pasture she was in to our house. We had snow was like hip deep that year so I didn't move her out in the pasture out to my house with all that snow and everything. So come spring, we decided to move. Now I'm going somewhere, so stay with me here, okay? So we set it up one day. Now my boys were still at home, and they were still there, and they both had horses. Actually, one of them was riding a Palomino mare for a lady that was a friend of ours, and Ben had bought a horse called Radar, a good horse. So we set it up one day that we had all three horses. We went and got, her name was Scotch. She was a little Lita Bars bred, Bayron, about 14.2 in there, and stocky built, just my perfect kind of horse. So we wound up, there's a Walmart now, still, on the outer edge of Kenai. And there's a back road that goes from Walmart, I think it was about 13 mile from Walmart, most of which this back road is a little gravel road to our house. We could go the back way. So I had Mama come along, and we took the three horses and went to the Walmart parking lot, the far end there. And so I told Mama, I said, now you go ahead and take the truck and trailer and you go home, and we're going to ride home. This was a plan. This was deliberate, because didn't have the facilities at the time to do all your normal arena, round pen, all that stuff. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. And so we loaded up, we saddled up the horses. We had two calm horses, and then we had this little bay mare. And so I told the boys, I said, you guys get on your horse. All right. So when they got on the horse, I stepped up and sat down in Scotch's saddle. And she was all tight and bunched up under the saddle and head up and everything. And so I just sat really quiet. And just sat in the middle, had quiet, still, calm hands. And I said, all right, boys, head out, stay slow, stay calm. And Ben, you stay right here just in front of me. All right, just about a half a horse length in front of me, just calm. And so they headed out, and I just gently shifted my body enough that I moved her in behind Radar, and we rode 13 miles like that. And it didn't take long heading down there that she calmed down, settled down, put her head down, and started walking. She fell into the pace and the rhythm and the attitude of the other two horses. The thing that can get you in trouble with horses, or that can be your salvation, is peer pressure. If you ride with horses, if you have a horse that's insecure and jacked up and energetic, and you ride with horses that are not calm, with riders that are not calm, the peer pressure is going to kick in. The horse is going to move into the spirit of things, the other horses. But if you have a horse that is a bit more full of life, a bit less experienced than you'd like, if you will go out with a good calm horse and a good calm rider and just do miles and you stay calm. I've been telling the boys for quite a while now, a calm rider makes a calm horse. It's peer pressure. I mean, when I was a kid growing up, I'd come home and get in trouble at school, and it's like, Dad said, why'd you do that? Well, all the guys were doing it. It's peer pressure. But you know, peer pressure works both ways. If you hang out with peers who are trouble, they're going to get you in trouble. But if you hang out with peers that are right-minded, they'll lead you in the right path. The same is true with your horses. Be particular, be careful, be specific about when and how and who you ride with based on where your horse is and what your horse needs and where you are and what you need. In horsemanship, less is more. Less is more. The less you pick up the reins, the less you saw on the reins, the less you shift and move in the saddle, the less tense you are, the less at a point, the less you ask the horse to do, the more you're going to get. Now, yes, we need to train the horse, but to start with, we need the horse to be calm. We need to train the horse to just put its head down and walk. Now, I've mentioned this before. You cannot steer a ship. You can't steer a boat on the lake. You can't steer an airplane unless it's moving forward at a controlled pace. And if you get your horse calm, now I'm not talking about breaking a horse or starting a colt that doesn't know anything. I'm talking about one that is just insecure and is not calm and business minded. If you can start out getting them to just move calm, just move calm. If you'll move calm, I'll leave you alone. And if you get them to that point, then you can start working on their steering. You can start working on small minor cues. But one of the good ways to do that is who you're riding with. A lot of people out there today, they have horses and they're not horse trainers and they're not comfortable training their horse, and they want to ride. But a lot of the technical stuff, they're not there, but they still want to ride. This is a way that you can help get going down that road. Set everything up in advance. Today we're going to go riding, and we're going to ride 12 mile. We're going to ride 15 mile. And the trail is calm. And I'm going to ride with this person on a calm horse. I'm going to explain to this person what we're doing. This person understands. This person is going to keep their calm horse right there with my horse so that my horse will feed off of their horse and my horse will learn. Oh, this is what we're supposed to do. He's not scared. He's not excited. He's not jacked up. He's just calm, putting his head down and walking, and life is good for him. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe that's what I need to do. So just a little tip today. Peer pressure is inevitable. You can't get away from it. So what you can do is you can control the peers. What peers that you are going to be with, what peers your horse is going to be with. And if you're the smartest man in, here's a saying, if you're the smartest man in the room, you're in the wrong room. And so if you want to learn, always ride with somebody that's better than you are. If you want to learn calmness, ride with somebody who has a horse and rider combo that is calmer than you are. And use the peer pressure in your favor. Okay? That's just, hope that'll help you today. If you like, click like, subscribe if you haven't, and hit that bell to be notified. Click the share and send the link to somebody. If you're riding with somebody who's having this problem, you think, you know what, this might help them, let's send it to them. That'll do me a favor. We do still have the Patreon account. I'll have that link in the description. We have the web page, drycreekWranglers.com, with all the news about the school, and we have 8 spots left for the summer. And so if somebody's wanting to get in before the middle of July, we still have 8 spots left for that. So things are coming along. The rain is finally letting up. Next week's supposed to be pretty, so we're going to get back to fencing and stuff. And so just a quick update and just an encouragement for you. So we'll catch you next time.